Tasha here for Cat Scrappiness, and today we're going to create a fun layered birthday card using Cat Scrappiness dies. For my project, I'm going to be using the new Happy Birthday with Shadow die, and this is great because it has the two pieces that you can use alone or together. I'll also be using the A2 Heart Sunburst die. I'll be using a bone folder and several pieces of cardstock. These are the colors, and I'm also using a piece of this beautiful Starlight Jewel slimline paper. And what I'm going to do is start by cutting the Starlight Jewel paper with that sunburst die. I wanted the star design to be within those sunbursts. So to do that, I'm going to cut it out of this pattern paper, and then I'll make a second cut out of a solid color piece of cardstock. And as you see here, it has all of the little cutouts. You just have to run it through once. Now I'm going in with this pretty purple shade of cardstock, and this will be what I'll use for the frame. And again, just one time through the die cutting machine and it cuts perfectly. Next, I'm going in to cut out my shadow for my sentiment. I'm using a kind of a gray glittery cardstock. And then for the happy birthday words, I'm running it through on black paper. And you just have to run that through one time as well, and it pops out easily. And that's how it looks layered. I love that black with kind of like a gray glitter in the background. Next, I'm cutting a piece of this pretty shade of blue paper to use as a base. So I'm going to glue on the purple frame onto the blue paper, and I'm going to just use some liquid adhesive. You can use any type of adhesive for this paper. I just put it all the way around, and then I'm going to attach it to the blue base. I want to make sure that I do this first, so this way I have somewhere to glue the little star pieces onto that sunburst areas. So I'm just making sure I get my layers as straight as possible. And this glue dries pretty quickly, but you do have a little time to move things around. To kind of keep myself organized, I tried punching out these sunbursts and keep them on the correct side just to make it a little bit easier. It's kind of like a puzzle putting these little sunbursts back together, but it's very simple to do. So I'm adding some adhesive directly onto the blue cardstock, and I'm just piecing or paper piecing these little sunbursts back together. I just love this star print, and that paper pad comes with a whole bunch of different shades of colors. Cat Scrappiness has another pack with the same print but different shades. It has more of the pinks, which is also really pretty color combination in that pack. So I'm working my way around, and I found that I move kind of slow, so it was easier for me just to add glue to a couple panels and then add more glue as I went along. If you move really quickly, you can obviously just put glue all the way around, but for me, it was easier just to do little sections at a time. And it's really quick to do because they fit in those little areas perfectly. After I was done with the sunbursts, I moved on to the greeting, and I'm adding the same liquid adhesive behind the happy birthday letters, and I'm just going to attach it directly onto that shadow glitter cutout that we made. And then to make sure I position this and have it flat, I did press on it, but then I took the piece of extra cardstock and then just rubbed it across that die. I wanted to make sure I didn't move it with my fingers or get adhesive anywhere. So I'm going to set these things aside to just kind of dry, but I wanted to add a little rhinestone for the eye. The happy birthday sentiment does have the little dot, but Cat Scrappiness has so many pearls and gems, it's fun to add a little bit of sparkle. And I just want to show you guys again, I think I've mentioned this before, but I keep my little sequins in these little cases from Cat Scrappiness. They're really easy, they're small, and it's just great because everything fits in here. It comes with labels that you can label your sequins. And you can do this by pearls or colors or however you want to. It closes up into this cute, tidy little case, and then it has a little handle as well. So I just wanted to show you that real quick so you knew where I got that little case from. Moving on to my card base, I decided to go with gray. And to make this card base, I'm just folding it in half, flipping it over to fold it in half again, and then I'm going to use my Cat Scrappiness bone folder to just make sure I crease it nice and that everything is creased properly. Once I'm done with that, I'm going over to my paper trimmer and I'm just going to trim this card base down to 4 3/4 by 6. I wanted it to be slightly larger than the blue panel and then that A2 size card center. This way you have an extra layer since this is colored paper, and I love this color combination. It also goes with that gray that I used for those stars. And I think that these 3 colors together are just so pretty. To attach my panels, I'm using some glue runner, and I'm just going to attach the panel before I add my sentiment to the front center. It's just easier for me. So I'm lining it up as best as I can, and again you get that nice frame with the gray, the blue, the purple, and then that gray goes with the gray stars. I love this color combination. This would be great to send to anyone any time of year, and it's nice. I usually make brighter cards, but I also like these darker tones as well. To give a little more dimension, I'm going in with some foam tape for my center greeting. And this happy birthday sentiment covers up that heart perfectly. But again, if you wanted the heart to show, you could use maybe a layered heart or a larger heart, and that would look great too. So I'm just pulling off the backing of the foam tape and centering my greeting. And look how perfect it looks. It looks like those sun rays are just coming from behind the happy birthday, and everything kind of coordinates together. For a little more detail, I did go in with some great pearl mix. I just felt like it needed a little bit more something, and I can't go wrong with adding some pearls to the card. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick and easy card, no stamping involved, using items from Cat Scrappiness. Have a great day. Bye-bye.